please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you everyone for coming and those watching on TV. We'll just move into the mayor's report. We had a request that was withdrawn, so we don't need to get into that. I just have a short statement. I know everybody is concerned about the COVID again with the situation. So I have a statement, the COVID situation in Gasconade County and Herman. You know, everybody's aware the numbers have increased and more people that you know and I know have been tested positive. But you know, the situation's not really dire in Gasconade County as one would think. You know, last week, ending Friday, November 20th, we had 77 new cases for that week. From Friday, November 13th, which that brought our total county number up to 620 cases in the whole county. That's not just Herman. But you know, one thing that they don't talk about much, you have to recognize 508 of those cases are in recovery or have recovered. So, you know, when you figure the population of the county, it's really a very small number. So we have a total of 28 deaths so far through this pandemic, with the majority of them coming from the nursing facilities. You know, the virus, is it serious? Yes, it is. Should you live in fear of the virus? No, I don't think you should. You have to live your life, folks. Be cautious, social distance, wash your hands frequently, and from what I read, that is one of the most important components of keeping yourself safe. Masks, do they protect you? Well, if you do some really research, probably not. Even with everyday push from everywhere to wear them, a report from the CDC in September 2020 finds that majority of the people getting the coronavirus were wearing masks. You know, if it really makes you feel safer, or if, you know, by all means, wear it. If it gives you that feeling that it's really going to help you and the individuals around you. But I'll repeat what I said earlier. Every one of you and everybody out there has rights, and it is your right to make that decision whether to wear a mask or not. If a business wants to put a sign up and say you must wear a mask when you go in, that's their prerogative. They can do that, and please respect that. So anyway, I personally hope that everyone that has contracted the virus in our community, or someone they love and care about, you know, I hope they all recover quickly and return to a normal life. We all want to return to a normal life. So I will drop that from that point, but on a good note, I hope everyone has had an opportunity to drive on our 18th Street below the hospital here. Got a little repair out there going on right now, but you know, we never thought we'd get to this point. But this is your tax dollar, the start of your tax dollars at work. They've done a super good job, and it's just really nice to have such a nice, smooth roadway. I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and hoping that you can spend time with your family or someone you care about. Even though people are depressed and unhappy over the situations in our country, we are a blessed nation and have so much to be thankful for. Again, happy Thanksgiving. City Administrator?
Yes, sir. The hospital clinic building is just about closed out. I need to find a way to send some photos with GPS coordinates so they know that I'm sending a picture of our lot and not some vacant lot in Brooklyn. But anyway, I'll figure that out. I'm working on the hazard mitigation plan documents for the Regional Planning Commission. That's for the whole city and the county. Everybody's involved. Working on a report to the Missouri DNR as a response to the water system inspection. Just a couple of little things we have to correct, nothing major. As the mayor mentioned, they're finished with 18th Street. During the paving process, the edge of the concrete slab at the intersection was damaged, and they poured a new section right away, so that's taken care of. And then Jesse and I have a phone conference call with Mike Bax at Central Electric tomorrow morning at 9 to discuss the status of the 69 line. And from all indications, they're willing to work with us and move this along. So I'll report back when our conversation is finished tomorrow. That's it, sir.
Very good, thank you. No public comments? Okay, we'll move on to ordinances. Dave, would you go?
All right. The first bill for you to consider tonight is bill number 2020-34 on for second reading. An ordinance calling general election for the year of 2021, setting the date and the time thereof, specifying polling places, appointing judges of election, specifying officers to be elected, providing filing date for candidates, providing for publication of notice of election, and general provisions.
Any discussion?
I move Bill 2020-34 second.
I'll
Motion-
second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So approved.
Next is bill number 2020-35 for second reading. An ordinance to authorize the execution of a contract by and between the City of Kerman and CM Archer Group PC for assessment of transportation-related ADA compliance.
Any discussion on that? Have a motion approved, please.
I'll make a motion for bill number 2020-35.
Motion's been made, a second.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried.
And next, for first reading, bill number 2020-37, an ordinance to add a new section regarding outdoor fireplaces and fire pits to Chapter 203, General Regulations Concerning Fire of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Herman, Missouri. And so, in your packets is the draft ordinance, which is what I came up with from my notes of the last couple meetings and all the comments and what I thought everybody wanted to focus on that's not already included in the International Fire Code.
So is that why it doesn't say anything about lanterns?
Yes.
So it's just to be understood?
Well, there's nothing wrong with putting something about lanterns in here. I guess more people will look at the code, at this code versus the BIFC.
For clarification, the lanterns are the little hot air balloons with an open flame that people turn loose and they fly off and set things on fire. I find it hard to believe that they're even legal to sell.
Any other discussion? Do
Do you want that in there?
you want that added?
It's up to everybody else.
I think that one should specifically be in there, really. That's such a bad idea.
Can we go ahead and vote on it?
Well, we can vote on it with that stipulation, yes.
Included.
With that addition?
Yes.
Sir?
Is there any other discussion? You all good with everything else?
I make a motion to have first read bill number 2020-37 with the addition of lanterns being prohibited.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No opposed? So carried.
Okay. And the next ordinance is bill number 2028-38, an ordinance to approve and authorize the execution of a municipal services contract between the City of Herman, Missouri and Jennifer Davis.
Any discussion on this?
Just so everybody understands, the tourism department has taken on a whole lot of new duties. Tammy is spread too thin the way it is. This is a one-year contract. This is what this money is intended for. I move Bill 2020-38 first read.
Motion's been made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second's been made, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so carried. Next, we have resolution. Do I?
Is it time sensitive?
As long as it's by January 1,
Oh, then
we can move the next meeting.
We did. Move on to resolution.
The resolution on for this evening is a resolution to ratify an application for recertification for the Tree City USA designation. And we do this every year.
And we do this because it helps us with grants and helps take care of the trees in our town, correct?
Right.
Okay, have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Motion
Second.
Made and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so carried. Okay, we'll move on to old business.
I would offer a alternative to something we had discussed before. This is park department business, but it was something that came up when I was talking to Mark, where the old doctor's building was torn down. People had looked at for possibly the use as a dog park. You know, there's limitations to what you can use that property for and everything. I think a dog park's a good idea, but this next one would require you guys to think about, you've got to have a good location for this. It can't be something that floods. It needs a fence around it, in my opinion. Well, just standing talking to Mark one day, I noticed a piece of green area that really doesn't get used for anything. Right in front of this building, on the other side of the parking lot, between here and the street, is a long stretch of green that basically is not used for anything. You guys would need to think about this a little bit, but I would not be against offering that for use as a dog park. I mean, it has basically everything that's required other than a fence. I mean, if these people want to raise money for it, what would you all think about that being used for that? You have a senior center right over here that I know some of these older people have dogs, they would probably like to be able to exercise. It's convenient, I mean, it's got really good roads going to it right now. It's just something to consider, guys. It's bigger than that other piece of property that we're not even sure can be used for that. It's got a parking lot where people can park.
I think at this point, anything's an option because I don't think they really have an ideal location.
I mean, it's got trees for shade, so it's just something to consider as we move on with this, if that's something you all are considering allowing them to do, so.
Is that under the auspices of the park board over there, or is that just
Whole
something?
nother level there. It's, we've had discussions with the people that are promoting this, as you probably know, and try to make it clear that that wasn't a duty that the park really wanted to take on at this point. And they assured us that they would have a board and committees and volunteers to handle any complaints, the fence, the maintenance, that kind of thing. So they assured me of that at this point.
Some of them are here tonight, so that's
Well,
just
the dog
to
park
show their,
is here, the three of us. And we are not here to say anything because I was told that I cannot bring it up today. But yes, we are discussing it for a few months already. I've been in a few park dog meetings. And there is another one coming up at December 7th. So we are gonna represent our idea and hopefully it will get approved. And I had a meeting with Mark as well, and we said that each one is gonna just like sign a waiver, like anybody else in any other city that has a dog park. And therefore, the city is not, like, doesn't need to do anything about it. We're not gonna have any responsibility. Besides just like funding it. We need a land, we need a fence, a few benches, a little bit of shade, and we're good to go.
what about water? Do you need water over
We
there?
need water, of
Well,
course.
that's about the only thing that is not, well, there may be a hydrant out there, is there? Mark? On that property?
There's one on the corner,
I mean, I would imagine it wouldn't take much to put a hydrant in out there, we've gotta have water there somewhere.
There's water out in the street.
But just, we were standing out there looking at the intersection, and I just happened to look at that, and I thought, this really isn't used for anything right here. It might be an option, so just something for you guys to think about.
We also need a little bit of electricity, a little bit of light, so in the night.
Well, good luck with that light, because I've been trying to get one out there for 5 years just for us, and I haven't had much luck.
We'll do it for the dogs, Dave.
We were talking with Mark about a few other options, so we are waiting for final decisions about it, and hopefully in the next meeting we can move forward with that.
All right, hopefully we can move forward. Any other old business?
Just to toot my town's horn a little bit, Washington's got a new dog park that's pretty neat, if you ever wanna take a look at one.
Where's that?
Old Highway 100, where the old Reekers service station used to be, or the old folks home is, the septic plant.
Yep.
Know where that's at. You know, at the intersection of Bluff, or not Bluff Road, but where the new Bank of Washington branch is there, where the car wash is, you can make a left off of 100 East and go down the hill, make a right
Make a
on
right,
100.
yeah.
And then make a left. It's also the east end of the Riverfront Trail, but they've got one there that was just put in a few months ago. And they fenced it off separately. They've got an area for little dogs, and then the rest of the area is for big dogs, because apparently somebody says that that's a good idea. You don't want the little dogs and big dogs.
Big dogs eat little dogs.
So, anyway, if you want to see one, I think that's a neat example.
Thank you. Anybody else? Oh, yes.
I feel I need to bring something up very important, and I'm not bringing this up to cause an argument or contradict anyone's opinions, but when I took the oath to become Ward 1 Alderwoman, I promised to uphold city ordinances, Missouri statutes, and the United States Constitution to the best of my abilities. I also promised to look after the safety and welfare of the citizens of Herman. And as an employee at HADH, Herman Area District Hospital, I see a lot of sick people with and without COVID. And I wear a mask to protect myself, my patients, my family, and my friends. And I just recommend that everyone practice the 3 W's of washing your hands, watching for COVID symptoms, and wearing a mask in public. Thank you.
Okay. Rick, do you have any?
No.
No, sir. Okay, new business. No new business. We'll move on to motions. We have a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
A motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Invoices for payment.
Move to pay the bill.
Motion been made to pay the bills, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion been made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Item C, hire Isaiah Weibel as a police officer. Any questions?
Chief feels he's qualified, and I move we approve his selection.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Approve the bids for Little League and welding photos and ALD signs for the t-shirts.
I move to approve the purchases for the Little League bids.
Motion's been made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes, carried. Okay, purchase of a flail mower from Farkless of Central Missouri.
Could Mark explain it?
Sure, it's a very nice brush hog. Instead of the blades spinning around, it has a wheel that kind of chops it up and does a much better, cleaner job of clearing the easement. This was budgeted, it's been in the budget, it's being split between the 4 departments, and we used the government contract price. I think we budgeted 8,000, so we'll be a little bit under budget.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Motion's been made, a second?
I'll second.
Motion's been made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
So carried. Appoint Clark Ganser to the Tree Commission.
I move to approve Clark.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried.
Sure has qualifications, that was.
Yes, he does have qualifications. And then we have a municipal quitclaim deed for Dale and Pamela Myers at 120 East Third Street. This is just one of those typical,
We're not giving them anything, we're just saying we don't have any claim.
there you go.
Move to approve.
Motion been made. I have a second.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you everyone for coming. Again, happy Thanksgiving.
Who was called? All the water been one. Fast.
Well,
I thought he was gonna vote me in the head.
Dog park, I know we're looking at it.
quick.
My family at the house.
Well, we actually,
Wait, just find pictures.
I know, primitive camping.